Anyways, we're back to Turkish driving. So we're back in only for unrealistic driving, such as the terrifying Asian reference or something like I say. This is Turkish. And by the way, this is gonna be adding some new cars that we're gonna be driving up here, as we're gonna be trying to do. As anyways, we don't have any things like this. They didn't have money system. And this game does not have money system as well, exactly for the Game Pass that I'm gonna be buying for this one. So if I just gonna be buying some Game Pass, which is absolutely very interesting, however, just not gonna be doing this for using a Toyota Supra. So it won't be able to get around here to go up here. So we won't able to use a BMW E46. We cannot do this right now. So I cannot able to get around here to just, well, and somebody just absolutely spawned the car illegally, so we cannot able to do this, and we don't have anything as well, so I won't able to get using for a Ford Transit, but I won't guess it doesn't absolutely gonna be using as such as this, as we feel such as nothing as well as using a Honda Civic 2005. Which is the reference based on Need for Speed Underground. It won't absolutely gonna be trying to do this, so we're still using for this Porsche 106 Renault 12 plane. So we're absolutely using for a Renault Clio, so I won't able to use like this, and this is absolutely using for a Clio as well, so it won't exactly for a using for all-wheel drive. It's just front-wheel drive because I don't really want to do for an all-wheel drive for this one, so we cannot able to use for just using for Volkswagen Golf Mark 6 as well. So this must be the Mark 6 Golf Mark 6 as well, so I gotta delete this car. We cannot absolutely do this once again. So Citroen so the BMW E60 is going to be using like this, such as not the cover car as well. So this is the BMW E60, as we're not able to drive it, and we won't able to drive as well, so I can't do that as well. So it looks like we're still absolutely going to be using, or we're going to be using to get up here against going to a highway references as well. So I think I need to just going to be thinking about something like else. So it's going to be better luck next time. I just won't able to do so. And let's gonna be starting without something like this. So I won't able to drive anything like something like this, but I have to wait until it's gonna be done for as well. Or maybe I'm going to be driving for a highway with uphill insignia. So let's gonna be spawning for just kind of just one Australian vehicle. So remember, just I just drive like this car, and exactly I cannot able to drive. It wasn't a Ford Taurus one. It's gonna be using for, it's gonna be doing for a manual transmission, and we're exactly gonna be running out of fuel for this time. So hopefully I'm gonna be deleting one car at a time, so it won't actually gonna be happen, and it does happen to just gonna be running out of fuel for this time. So it looks like I'm absolutely gonna be save some fuel, and it won't absolutely gonna be trying to get down as we drive as possible, so we won't absolutely try to do this. But it looks like we're going to be using for a mouse control for the first time, but I don't think so as well. So you cannot able to change the speedometer by itself, but you cannot change the speed limit as well. So the speed limit should gonna be doing for just, I cannot change the speed unit as well. So the speed limit is gonna be using for a 100 kilometers an hour. So looks like I'm just gonna be the slow perks as well, so it won't absolutely gonna be affect everyone. So I just absolutely gonna be slow, such as not the family car as well. So I'm just gonna be using to press V for just like the onboard view as well. So it cannot able to try to do this as well. So I'm just gonna be keeping on accelerating, as we never gonna be possibly that we just absolutely waste some fuel, as we never know it as gaining speed or just gonna be losing speed as well. So it won't be absolutely gonna be trying to speed against well, and absolutely this car is absolutely gonna be trying to speed away, because I guess it's absolutely trying to make ourselves into our destination as well. So this is not gonna be trying to make it still a truly lonely road as well. And I just turn back to 4th gear as well. We just absolutely gonna be speeding, I guess. It won't absolutely gonna be ruined against a lot of miles an hour. So I just turned down to a low gear and put myself into a weirdless, terrifying thing for just now. So I just absolutely gonna be loose for default, and because of this, I'm just able to cause some traffic as we're gonna be speeding away very slow as well. The horsepower is absolutely kind of just really low or something. It's absolutely just trying to just look like it's unable to do this like that, and we're gonna be doing for just absolutely gonna be reversing this out. And if you just seeing for an onboard view, just gonna be seeing an onboard view again, so just like this one. So absolutely gonna be trying to use for just slow thoughts as well, so it won't be at the end of the highway lane, exactly because I using for the 2nd gear, as we never gonna be knowing as well. Over 100 horsepower as well, so it's absolutely kind of just pretty no intense whatsoever, and I think I just absolutely gonna be very slow for just again, so I need to press V for just using only 1 gear until we guess I'm out of fuel and it gets really slow. I don't think so. This car is absolutely pretty very slow as even know it, so all I have to do is accelerate extremely, and that is it. So it's absolutely kind of just very necessary at all. So that must be accelerated for advanced mode. Using for acceleration like that, I don't want to use for a left side of the road, but they also that I'm gonna be using for the right side of the road as well. So maybe I'm just gonna be park this car as well. So this is absolutely going to be using for parking this vehicle as well, and it's absolutely going to be trying to find a way else to get uphill. It's just impossible. It's absolutely going to be trying to do anyways, so all you have to jump is out of the way, and I just absolutely delete the vehicle, and we won't able to try another car as well. So we won't be absolutely using for a luxury car like something other like this. So all you have to do is spawn another car without spawning the Volkswagen Golf as well. By using the Volkswagen Golf, it's absolutely for a Mark 6. So this is the Volkswagen Golf Mark 6. It's absolutely not just a GTI or something, so looks like it's time to save fuel, as we never gonna be possibly that we know it. So let's reverse it out and try not to waste for some fuel as well. So I'm gonna be accelerating a little bit, and you can see the fuel is absolutely gonna be running out for just a little bit. So just gonna be using for city driving, as well as we don't absolutely gonna be know it as well, using a Volkswagen Golf as we drive around the city, as we never gonna be possibly that we're just gonna be doing return some stuff over there, and it looks like we're gonna be using as anyways as we're gonna be drove up downhill as well. So looks like it's actually gonna be using for a 4th gear and hitting towards to 5th gear as well, and there's a 6th gear available as well. So that's gonna be turned down, and it won't absolutely gonna be happen as well. So it does not feels like it's gonna be happened by anyway. So looks like it's gonna be using for just using in a Turkish server as well. So as you can see, the Volkswagen Golf sounds pretty legal, but it sounds like it's a GTI version for this one. So absolutely we're gonna be heading down towards like this. So it's got to be such a very far for instantly, so it's got to be very far whatsoever. So I won't able to do for something like a more aggressive plans like this one, and I just speed over for 100 kilometers an hour, so I might going to get pulled over. So there must be using something like an Uber or something, so to get like a US server. So to do this, I'm just absolutely gonna be shifting down to for 4th gear as well, so it cannot absolutely gonna be necessary at all. So looks like we're gonna be taking slow, as we're gonna be efficiently gonna be doing slow like these things, as well as we're gonna be wasting for some fuel. And you can see the lag and I'm just gonna be closer and look for the interior of the Volkswagen Golf as well. Now, as you can see for this one, it's absolutely gonna be doing this for just using like the using of the Volkswagen Golf as well. So it's just gonna be taking on slow packs as well. So it's 86 to 85 kilometers an hour, and it's taking very slowly, I guess. So I just won't be able to recommend it for something like for a high speed for using for a turbo mode. And it's absolutely kind of just unnecessary it was. So looks like we're gonna be heading back and let's do something for another one, I guess. So it won't be able to possibly, that is gonna be necessary as well. Now I'm moving down into another town as well, so something is driving on the left side of the road, which is just absolutely kind of just really necessary at all. So looks like we just absolutely came back to some other places. If I just gotta be buying some fuel, it requires some real money like computers. It won't be absolutely gonna be doing like this one. I'm absolutely gonna be jumping out of this vehicle and just repark this car as well. So we won't absolutely gonna be doing this for necessary at all. So let's respawn and respawn another vehicle. Back to this one, I guess. I won't be able to do so like this one, such as Leon Cupra. We won't be doing this for an Opel Insignia. So it's got to be using for, just gonna be using for, it was be exactly using for Opel Insignia, while using for, just gonna be using for just one things. Like I'm gonna be driving around the city, and we're not gonna be leaving right this one.